heroes, dudettes and dudles. My name is Ayla and welcome back to Coming Out on Top. Last time we had to end in the middle of everything because my fucking camera decided it was time to go night-night. And my bird is just as annoyed as I am. Anyway, we left in the middle of this. We caught up to the redhead. She's working for Graham. Let's just get into it. Though Graham's research is geared specifically towards weight loss, I thought our passions would still intersect nicely. You've got to understand, this stuff is absolutely thrilling to me. Graham, despite having a challenging temperament, is more driven than anybody I know, especially with his review for tenure on the horizon. Unfortunately, that was all before the journal retracted his breakthrough paper. Nothing that there were some inconsistencies with the research data. He was devastated. What inconsistencies? He thought he had synthesized a chemical that would speed up cellular metabolism, but let me guess, you're not at the sack in your hands. Fat mice? After about 8 weeks, the chemical had an unexpected side effect and our test subject started putting on an enormous amount of weight. So your miracle diet pill doesn't work, and now you're destroying evidence? You guys should be ashamed of yourself. We were convinced we just needed some more time, a couple of adjustments, and of course more funding. He and the dean have been constantly butting heads over this, to the point he's convinced that she's out to get him at every turn. But you guys were going to falsify your findings. I know how awful it sounds, but you have to understand. You start thinking everybody's against you, that Graham just misunderstood and it's the two of you against the world. I realize now it was a mistake to choose him as my advisor, but I've invested so much time and energy just getting into grad school, and then working with Graham to save his research project. Edwina sighs wearily. I still don't get why you needed to drag Alex and me into this. Like I told you, Graham thinks the dean has it out for him, and he convinced me Professor Davies was here purely because of his connections and didn't know much about biology. I mean, come on, Professor Davies looks like an underwear model. I know it's unfair, but Graham kept insisting Davies was a hack with every little work to his credit. With very little work to his credit. It wasn't until I realized Alex is actually published and his papers have been fairly well received. But thinking he was a bad guy, I agreed to follow him around. So you became a spy. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but look, do you know how much sleep? Yeah, I know it's crazy, but look, do you know how much sleep you get as a grad student? How much time you spend working? It starts affecting your thought process after a while. In fact, it wasn't until that day at the gym when I saw you in the pool that it hit me. What kind of sick, twisted person have I become? Here I was sneaking around taking photos of shirtless men at the gym. Anyway, this morning Graham told me I was needed back in the lab to dispose of our latest botched experiment. We got into a nasty fight. He has a really frightening ability to wear me down, and I told him I'd do it. What he doesn't know is that I'm done with this. This is the last straw. I was going to take these mice home with me and try to figure out how to pretend I got rid of them. Believe me, I don't want to be Graham's lackey anymore and be a part of his crazy paranoid schemes. Oops. Edwina, what's going on here? Ah, Edwina, did you invite these two? No, but then these two are trespassing. This is classified research. You mean faked classified research? Graham walks over to you. Give me that bag. You take a step backwards. Edwina, call campus security and tell them to go over here. If you ever want to work in science again, do it now. Don't listen to him, Edwina. You open the bag and snap some photos of the mice with your phone. Back off, we got witnesses and evidence. So drop the image again, Professor Davies. You can stop first with the project when we never speak of this again. So I'm turning you in for this. You're going down, you big faker. I want to turn him in. But not if it means that that Alex is gonna have to take the fall or something. But I'm gonna try and see if I can actually get him in. Go stuff yourself. Graham storms out of the room. So how about you give me back 12, 23, 24, 28, 41 and Hammurabi Joe? Huh? Monday. It seems like it takes forever before your next anatomy lecture rolls around. The class waits, the mood is heavy, tense. The top of the hour approaches and still no Alex. You start to feel edgy in your sheet. The class begins to grow restless. Your mind turns with the possibilities. An unfamiliar woman enters the room. She announces to everyone the lecture's been cancelled and that your TAs will be administering the final exam on their own. She explains Alex has left school due to personal emergency and will be returning for the rest of the semester. The class murmurs in surprise and shit, then shock. You finally walk out of the lecture hall in a daze. Okay, nope. Let's redo that. Call it up. Edwina looks conflicted and brings out her phone. Hi. And write Edwina a nice recommendation for a new advisor, Graham. Edwina puts away her phone. Do we have a deal? Graham glares at you. Obviously, he's not used to being ordered around by anybody, much less two undergrads. You're getting a great opportunity here, you know, considering you're about to ruin Alex's reputation. You could even work on something else, and not make shit up this time. You presumptuous little twats. Graham storms out of the room. I can't believe you wanted me to exterminate 12, 23, 24, 28, 41, and Hammurabi Joe. Oh, the rats. That's what those numbers were about. They're all so cute. It seems like it takes forever before your next anatomy lecture rolls around. The class waits, the mood is heavy, tense. The top of the hour approaches and still no Alex is trying to finish in the seat. Oh, maybe Graham renegade and decided to pursue the investigation. Maybe the administration chose to pursue the case anyways. Maybe Alex agreed to leave before anything was set in motion. Your mind churns with the possibilities. Good morning, class. Yay! Sorry for my absence last lecture. I just want to say thank you for hanging in there. Let's catch up a bit. We are definitely not going to skip the endocrine system today. His eyes scan the class, twinkling. They meet yours for a second and he smiles warmly. Alex is sweaty, charming and relaxed throughout the lecture. He's like his old self once again. The lecture ends. As you exit, you wonder if you should go talk to him. Mark, can we talk for a minute? I guess that solved that. You turn around trying to wipe the stupid grin off your face. In your office, perhaps. I think it's best we talk out here. Oh goddamn, this throws you for a loop. The investigation's been called off. That's fantastic! I don't know what the circumstances were, but it's been such a relief. I would think so. Totally didn't have anything to do with it. In any case, the rumor mills exploded around here. There's a lot of gossiping as to why the investigation was called in the first place. I feel like I should lay low. Meaning, I don't think it would be helpful for the two of us to be mentioning any of this. Oh. Anyway, you look like you were about to tell me something. No, I wanna say something, but I don't know if I should say first. Maybe, yeah, okay, fine. No, I need to talk to you. If it's outside the subject of a class, Mark, I'm afraid to say I can't. Not at the moment. I hope you understand. But I'm the one that grabbed up and I saved your eyes, Professor. I want to try. I know he's not gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The students around you fall silent and turn and stare. Alex's eyes widen, clearly surprised before he abruptly walks off. I wasn't done yelling at you! It was 9. Forget it. Congrats on having the hearing drop. It's a huge relief. Alex looks like he wants to say something else, but hesitates. I'll catch you next week. I hope you're ready for your final. You okay? You don't look so good. Penny, you ever feel like you've been dumped even though you weren't in a relationship to begin with? Aww. Honey. The semester continues at an alarming pace. You and Alex don't speak again. Oh? Did I fuck up? You take the opportunity to focus on schoolwork. You do have to graduate after all. It's like nothing ever happened between you. Almost like you imagine the entire thing making you feel stupid. Like an 8th grader with a crush. It was never anything real. You tell yourself to forget it. After all, you're too busy with schoolwork and of course the ultimate question, what you'll be doing after you graduate. As finals approach, you start to wonder whether you're just good at burying your emotions or if you are actually forgetting them. Is there really any difference? Okay class, you got 90 minutes to finish your final. It will be 30% of your final grade. I'll email you your final scores early next week. Good luck. Passes out the exams. You studied like heck for this. You ripped through the exams in an hour. The first one to finish, you walk up to his desk. Whoa, I'm wondering if I should have made the questions harder. I'm pretty sure I got the question about concussions correct. Alex looks at you simply hard, just a bro, and shakes his head. Oh, come on. Can't I flirt just a little bit? Just a little bit. Your gaze meets his. He looks uncomfortable on the verge of saying something. But he stops, takes your exam, and smiles. Thank you. Nothing left to say, you leave. Come on, that can't be the end of it. There has to be more. 1 week later. Oh, I'm sorry about Alex. It's not cool he never thanked you for your help. I bet he still doesn't know the real story. Maybe you should go and tell him, Mark. Forget it, I'm over it, guys. It's just nice to be done with school. That your phone, Mark? I think somebody's messaging you. You look at your phone, it's Alex. Your heart stops as you open the email. Hi Mark, just letting you know you got an A on your final exam and an A in the class. Well done. It was a pleasure having you as a student. So formal. You put your phone away. Who is it, dude? Alex just emailed me my grade. You smile faintly, struggling to seem cheerful. I guess it did alright. You got an A, that's pretty good. Well, aren't you gonna message him back? What do you mean? He sent me my grade, he sent everyone their grades. End of communication. If he wanted to say anything else to me, he would have. Dude, you graduated, you're done. What have you got to lose? You look at Penny. For somebody who insists it's over, you sure seem like it's eating away at you. You hold your phone in your hand. Do you text him? No, I text him. Fine. You want to text him a 15-page dissertation on everything that's going on in your head. You type a quick email, vague and polite. Professor, it'd be nice to talk to you about stuff before I leave Orland, though I understand if you can't. I mean, I graduated. I'm not a student anymore. It's not a problem anymore. Within seconds, you get his response. I thought you'd never ask. Let me guess. This isn't over yet? Your heart starts pounding in your ribcage. He wants to see me. So tell him where you are. You mean right now? Look, Mark, we're going to do the bar crawl. Go take care of it. We know for a fact you won't pay any attention to anything that happens because all you'll do is think about Alex. Catch up with us later, okay? They grin at you with knowing smiles before disappearing into the nearest bar. Guys! Fingers trembling, you text Alex your location at College Road. He agrees to meet you. You take a deep breath and wait. The stomach feels like it's tied itself in knots. You pace a little bit, check the time on your phone, pace a little more, then check the time again. The crowd around you is growing louder. The bars are becoming increasingly packed. And all you can think about is how isolated you feel. Drunken louds jostle into you as you strain to look at Alex's form. Mark! Alex stands, smiling at you. I was hoping to talk somewhere quiet, but the two of you glance at the nearby bars. The chances of elbowing your way inside one packed as they are with partying grads seem slim to none. I don't think we could get into any of these places anyway. Maybe if we... Oof. Your words are cut short by 200 pounds of inebriated frat flesh stumbling into you. Watch where you're standing. Alex immediately claps the fat guy on the shoulder, spinning around so they stand face to face. Ha! Imagine seeing you here, Louis. Hey, Professor Davies! He high-fives Alex and drapes his arm around him in a drunken hug. Alex pats his shoulder, then shoves him off to send him on his merry drunken way. Okay, chatting with you here is a bit of a challenge. The green's right over there. How about we go for a walk? The green is a small park right beside College Road. You glance over at it. Empty, quiet, and it seems relatively loud-free. Oh, pretty. The din in the streets begins to recede. You feel vulnerable in the quiet of the night as if the earlier noise and clamor served as a layer of protection. Even at this hour, the spring air is warm. It feels nice against your bare skin. Where do I start, Mark? I don't know. How about a thank you? There's this girl who came up to me 2 weeks ago. We're in the same department, but in 2 separate divisions, so we've never interacted. I was surprised. I didn't know Graham had been her advisor. And of course, I was shocked when she told me what happened. You didn't need to do any of this. You weren't the one being threatened. You wouldn't have been kicked out of school. The administration would have done their best to keep your identity concealed. You stopped Graham from pursuing an investigation that was no threat to you. Why? I was being started, I need to put a stop to that. I wanted to help you. I just got caught up in the drama, I guess. Also, Graham's a douche. No, I wanted to help you. I'm amazed you would do something like that for me. That's just wonderful. Alex pauses and sighs. After Edwina told me I wanted to talk to you, to thank you. Alex looks at you and smiles, more like smirks. Mark, thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I don't know how to make it up to you, but I'll find a way. In the meantime, thanks for meeting me here. You feel his bright blue eyes burn into you. He extends a hand. You give him a firm shake. Please stay in touch, Mark. I owe you my career. What? You watch Alex disappear in the darkness. You head towards the laughter and buzz of a college road to rejoin your friends. That's it? Congratulations, you and Mark Matthews are ready to start the next chapter for your life. You graduate with honors, landing your first job at cutting-edge tech company. It's in a field you're passionate about and you'll be earning quite a bit of money. You're ecstatic, all your hard work's paid off. Skip? That's it. What? There has to be a better ending with Alex than that. There has to be! I'm kind of pissed actually. After everything I've just been through. No. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm looking up how to get a good ending with this dude. What the hell? Okay, so I have the walkthrough here. Let's just... Okay, I'm gay. Yeah. So, I finally reached this part of the game. This is when I've just finished my exam and I've just been about to hand it to him, to Alex, and... What did he say? Oh, I'm wondering if I should have made the questions harder, blah blah blah. I have done everything correct. I'm following a walkthrough here, people. We are on the way to one of the other endings. I started my ass off. You say it more brusquely than you meant to say it. You know Alex was joking, but you feel defensive and a little angry. His look softens. I know you did, Mark. I was teasing you. Your gaze meets his. Yes, I need closure, damn it! Schmack. Okay, let's see. I wanted to help you. There, okay. I envisioned seeing you in class that weekend. I chickened out. Why? Because you didn't want to be seen with me? Because you were afraid of losing your job? That was part of it. The other part was I didn't want to arouse suspicion. I've grown extremely attracted to you, Mark. So much so it really took me by surprise. In fact, it scared the hell out of me. I used to think I had a lot of self-control. It's something I'm proud of throughout my life. I was scared about what would happen if we kept meeting outside of class. If you had wanted to do something, whatever it was, I don't think I could have refused. I had no idea. I needed to cut you off. Not because I was worried about you, but because I was worried about me. That sounds kind of selfish when you put it that way. I'm just really sorry I was so abrupt about it. Well, as the semester was winding down, I became convinced you were no longer interested in me. I told myself I'd try to forget you, unless, of course, you made the first move. Thank you, Mark, for everything. In the meantime, as a gentleman and as your professor, I'll restrain myself. He extends his arm, holding it out for a handshake. But you're not my professor anymore. For a moment, neither of you speak. Just as she starts to wonder if she said the wrong thing. He grabs you by the shoulder and pulls you toward him. Yay! Finally! Where did the music go? Ah, look at you. Give me something to read, goddammit. It's just a kiss. A sweet, tender kiss, and yet your knees nearly buckle underneath you. You lose yourself in the pleasure of his lips on yours. For the moment, you forget everything else. And that's the end, I assume. Congratulations, Mark, you're blah blah blah. 2 years later! The chances of anything happening between you and Alex is slim. You're starting your career and he's climbing towards the top of his. Teacher's pet? Excuse your STEAM achievement. Still, the two of you click so well that you visit each other on weekends and holidays. Eventually, after 2 years of working in the city, your company gives you an offer to relocate in the city neighboring Orland. You accept without hesitation. Human anatomy. You move in together. The man you met the night you came out to a fence is still here by your side. like even for the end, there's an ass and we have to censor it, and oh my god. The man you met the night you came out to a fence is still here by your side. Not only is he a kind and affectionate boyfriend, but his in-depth knowledge of anatomy is a very nice perk. His one adorable flaw is that he insists on practicing his lectures with you. You don't mind, the hands-on demonstrations are worth it. What am I? Oh, okay, it's a cat. What? And although you heard about your comprehensive lack of and although you heard about your comparison lack of life experience, Alex reassured you that he values the fresh, creative way you tackle problems. It's gratifying to always feel like you're part of the team. What the actual hell? The end. Yeah, well, no shit. That poor cat. Well, now it's kind of hard to figure out what to do because it's been 20 minutes for me and I feel like it's weird to end it here because I want the videos to be about a half hour long, but I feel like it's also strange to just continue after that. Okay, so much to my annoyance, then either I've done something wrong or I've misunderstood what the walkthrough is saying, because I interpreted it as, oh, if you actually have sex in the office, then there's like 3 different endings depending on what you choose, because it says ending 3, 4, and 5, but it's the same goddamn thing. At least mostly, like, you don't get with Alex. So, like, I don't know, it feels an awful lot like that's it. So, you know what, I think I'm just gonna end the episode here, even though it's much shorter than the others. I feel like it's weird to like start or continue something else when we just had a good ending with one of the guys. Next we're gonna go for Phil. Whatever, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. So for now, see ya!